book I read is called Christine. It's about a guy who buys a car and he drives his car around the town and he has lots of adventures and he shows his friends his car and they go for a drive in his car and they do lots of things.
The book I read is called The Painted Bird. It's about a young boy traveling alone through villages during a war. He meets lots of different people, some kind and some not so kind, and he learns how strong...
The book I read is called Cujo. It's about a big dog that gets sick and traps a mom and her kid in their car. They have to figure out how to get away, and it's really exciting and kind of scary. I couldn't stop reading it. The magazine I read is called TV Guide. It tells you what's on every channel and all the shows that are coming up. I like looking at the pictures and picking what we're going to watch with my family. It's fun. The book I read is called Morning Glory Milking Farm. It's about a woman who gets a new job on a farm. She meets all kinds of friends, learns a bunch about the animals, and figures out what really makes her happy. The book I read is called Everyone Poops. It shows all kinds of animals, big ones, little ones, and even kids like me. It explains that going to the bathroom is just part of life, and it makes it funny and not weird. Deuteronomy 22, 28, and 29. It says if a man finds a young woman and he's grabbed her and they are found together, he must give her father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife. The book I read is called Animal Farm by George Orwell. It's about animals that run their own farm and how power can change the rules. It made me think a lot about fairness and promises. My favorite part is when the animals paint their commandments on the barn and try to keep them. I think you'll like it too. The book I read is called The Anarchist's Cookbook. It's all about different ways people can make things and how they need to be careful and responsible. It shows recipes, tricks, and ideas that teach science. The book I read is called The State and Revolution by Vladimir Ilyich Lenin. It talks about how governments can change and why people think about power and fairness. It explains history, ideas, and what it means for community.
The book I read is called Flowers in the Attic. It's about these kids who have to live in an attic, and a lot of stuff happens up there. Some of it is pretty...
The magazine I found is called Bust Enthusiast Monthly. I actually discovered it in my dad's sock drawer, which makes it feel like buried treasure. It's all about reading.
The book I read is called 1984 by George Orwell. It's about a world where everyone is watched all the time and one man tries to keep his own thoughts. It made me think a lot about freedom and telling the truth. My favorite part is how brave Winston is, even when it's scary. I think you'll like it too. Thumbs up.
I thought there was going to be like a book here. There's usually a book. I'm not seeing one. I guess I'm supposed to talk about it, but yeah, there's no books.
The book I read is called The Church of the Subgenius. It's a big, wild mix of comics, ads, and advice from a pretend church that worships Slash. The book I read is called Fuck You and Fuck Off. It's not mean like it sounds. It's about learning to set boundaries and say no when something isn't good for you. The book I read is called Necronomicon. It's an ancient-looking collection of strange tales and supposed spells. It talks about old cities, secret names, and how curiosity